Hi, we're all set to go for our live class today. It's going to be full body, short and sweet. I'm working with a slightly heavier set of weights today. I'm using 5 pounds. You can use something less or you can use no weights at all and just work with your body's own resistance, right? Let's go ahead and get started. Take a bend in your knees to pick up your weights. Come to your mat and bring your feet hips width distance apart. Unlock your knees here. So finding your neutral alignment means unlocking the knees, a softness to the knee joint, and then just drawing the belly and the ribs in, rolling the shoulders back, reaching through the crown of the head, stacking shoulders over hips, hips over ankles. So the spine is as long and tall as possible. From here, we're going to hinge from our hip crease and come into a deadlift. Keep the weights close to your body. Shave them down your legs to about just past your kneecap. 90-degree hinge here. And then lift up slowly. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, take it down for 2. And exhale, lift. I love deadlifts for warming up, especially when you're working with a little bit heavier of a weight. Because it really helps to lengthen and open up through the posterior chain, through the backs of the legs. It taps into the core a little bit. And of course the upper body if you're working with those weights. Good. And just connect breath to movement right away. Inhale, take it down for 2. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Just waking up the body. Move slowly here. Good. Press firmly into your feet, the outer edges of your feet. So there's lots of energy through the outer hips, through the glutes, and through the hamstrings. Let's go one more nice and slow, and then we'll add on. Inhale, take it down for 2. And exhale, let's stack the spine. This time we're going to come down, flip and rotate the palms as you drive your elbows back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Return the weights, arms come long, and lift and squeeze at the top. So we take it down, row back, reach, and lift. A little faster. Down, row back, reach, and lift. So now we're getting into the back of the body, working through the lats, working through the arms. Keep the belly pulled in here, wrists pulled into the midline. You can always keep it slow as well. I just like to kind of speed it up once I'm warm. Drag those elbows back and lift. Squeeze. Let's go for 4. Pull, reach, and lift. Good. 3. Keep the belly hugging in here and lift. Here's 2. Pull, lengthen, and stand. The last one, let's hold it low here, just the arms. So rotate, sending the palms to face up towards the ceiling as you hug your elbows back, working through your shoulder joints. Good, and then pull the belly in, maybe tuck the tailbone under slightly, scooping your low abdominals in up a little more if you feel this in your low back. Good, let's go for 4. Exhale, drive back. 3. Here's 2. Last one, good, and come all the way up to standing. We're gonna turn profile and set one weight aside. Good, we're gonna bring the weight into the left hand and step out nice and wide. All 10 toes are gonna point forward. Bend into your right knee and hinge forward at your waist. Reach your left hand across towards your right ankle, and then we're gonna step up, shoulder press as we come to standing. So it's a side lunge and lift, press. Good. Side lunge and lift, press. So weight comes to the outer edge of your foot as you lunge to the right. Left arm reaches across, working through the shoulders, through the upper back, and across the chest. Option to find a bit of a balance at the top if that feels good. If you need to keep it a little bit more low impact, just come to your tippy toes here at the top. Good, let's go for 5. And 4, this will get your heart rate up a little bit too if you're moving a little bit more quickly. Here's 3. And 2. And the last one, now hold here. Bring your right arm across and find a tricep extension. Option to find a hover in that right leg just to work your balance and your core a little bit more. But if that feels like too much, toes can come to the ground or you can come to standing. Wherever you are, hug the ribs in. Bend and exhale, press. Pick your chin up off your chest. Relax your shoulders down. Go for 5. Exhale, press 4. Nice. Exhale, 3. Here's 2. Last one, let's bend it half. 1 and done. Good, let's go ahead and hit the other side. Hang on, something just popped up on my, just want to make sure we're good. Okay, we're good. All right, let's go ahead and hit the other side. All 10 toes face forward. Bend into that left knee, reach your right arm across, and then shoulder press up. Good. So we lunge, sink the glutes back nice and low behind you. All of your weight comes into that left side body. Good. And then, of course, you can find that balance at the top if that feels good. And push. Good. Otherwise, you come to tippy toes, or you can come to standing. Remember, you can ditch your weight at any time. Let's go for 5. Woo, this will get that heart rate up quickly. 4. Reaching across for 3. Here's 2. Nice, everybody. Last one. Hold it. Option to drop those toes or float that knee up. Flip your palm to face in. Reach your left arm around for support. Tricep extensions here. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Hug your ribs in toward the midline. Pick your chin up off your chest. Good. Go for 5. Full extension. 4. Good. Exhale, press 3. Hold that balance. 2. Good. Last one. Now halfway here and we pulse it up. Tiny pulses up. Really burn out through the back of the arm for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. Go ahead and set it down. Bring one weight with you to the top of your mat and step to the back of your mat. Feet come underneath the hips. Take a deep breath in. Reach the arms up. Draw your chin to your chest. Round down through your spine. Scoop your belly. Hang out here in your standing forward fold for just a moment. Good. Bend into your knees. Maybe grab your opposite elbow. Shake your head. Yes and no. Let the spine lengthen here. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. And bring your gaze toward the top of your mat and walk your hands out in 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank and hold. Good. So press the floor away. Spread your fingers wide. Big breath in. Full breath out. Press up in between your shoulder blades. Know that you can always drop down to your thighs as a modification. And then into your knees, keeping your weight shifted forward and your heels hugging in. Or you can come down onto your forearms if your wrists are sensitive and it feels like too much being on your palms. Take your feet a little bit wider in your stance. Good. And then go ahead and reach for your weight with your right hand. Good. Grabbing your weight, take an inhale. Exhale, pike your hips up. Send your weight to your left foot and then flow back into your plank. Good, and then exhale, pike your hips up, grab your weight, return to the top right corner of your mat. And then we drag it back to the left foot and float back to plank, pike the hips, and drag it up. Good, exhale, send it across, back to plank. Exhale, lift, return to corner. Let's go 3 more. And if you're not working with your weights, you're just bringing your hand towards your foot and floating back to plank. Good. Last 2. Try to keep those hips level as best you can. Nice. Last 1. Good. Let's grab that weight. Set it towards the top of the left corner. Press back. Take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Flow forward to plank. Grab that weight into the right hand. Exhale, pike the hips, send across toward the right foot, float back to plank. Exhale, press back, and return. Inhale here. Exhale, pike and reach. Inhale, plank. Exhale, pike and reach. Feel the obliques working here. Exhale, pike and reach. Inhale, plank. Exhale, pike and reach. Inhale, plank. You got it. You've got 3 more. Good. Just keep breathing. Meant to be challenging, but ditch the weight if you need to. Good. Grab, Return, last one here. Set it back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, pike. Inhale, plank. Return your palms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and press your hips back. Nice work. Go ahead and gently set your feet down to the mat and sink your hips back to your heels. Take a quick breath here. Amazing. Good. Keep your weight where it is. We're going to find tabletop. So step strong here. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Walk the knees underneath the hips. Then grab your weight and set it behind your left knee. This is optional, so you don't need the weight to do this work. And if it feels like too much in your hips or your low back, just ditch the weight and do the work without it. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Hug your left heel in, float it up off the floor. Tuck your tailbone under slightly, pull your belly in, relax your shoulders down, pick your chin up, pick your gaze up, and then float your knee up to hip height. Take it down and exhale, lift. So we know in this tabletop position, when we're working through the glutes, it's plenty of work without that added weight. So again, be mindful of your body. Work from where you feel confident, stable, and strong. Notice your weight distribution as you're moving. Are you dumping over into your supportive side? Shift your weight back to center. Try to keep your weight distributed evenly. Keep your belly pulled in. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Lower with control. Really resist the urge to swing through the hip joint and buck through the low back. Really try to keep the pelvis steady here. Go for 4. And 3. Good, 2. Last one, hold it up there, little pokes. Little pokes, so hug in on that weight. Drop your left hip down in line with your right. Pull your belly in, press the floor away. You're in a plank in your upper body, hold strong, and deep squeeze through the glutes. Working the glutes and the hamstrings here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it high there. Give it a squeeze in on that weight. Lower down knee to knee. Lift straight up into your hydrant. Return. Exhale, lift. So lateral lift here. Working the outer hip and the outer glutes. Lift. Return. Try to keep your weight nice and even here. Try not to shift your body. It's up and squeeze. Return. For 4. Good. And 3. Pelvis stable. Exhale, lift 2. And 1, back to center, let's combo. 1, lift up and down, out to the side and down. So you take it up, return, lateral lift, return. You have 4, up, down, side, return for 3. Good. Tap into that breath, 2. Open and close, the last 1. Open and close. Good. Go ahead and set your knee down for a quick second. Remove your weight, keep it close. From here, we're going to drop down onto our right forearm and open up through our left hip. Right, so we're coming into a step to hip position, and we're going to grab that weight. Good, and we're going to find an extension over our shoulder, right? Pull the belly in, lots of balance work here. Good, and let's lift the leg, return. Lift the leg, return. So if it's too much, ditch the weight. And if it's still too much and you need a little bit more support, go ahead and just set your palm or your weight down and let that be your support there for a little bit more stability. This is a huge balance challenge. You're keeping this weight up. Let's go for 4. You got it. 3, shaking and wobbling is okay. 2. Nice. Last one here. Little lifts up for 8, 7. Pulse it up. 6. Pick your chin up for 3, 2, 1. And slowly set your weight down. Come back up onto your right palm and rotate open fully. So we come into a supported side plank here. Right knee is down on the floor directly underneath your hip. And that left leg is open, extended from your hip. Send your arm or your weight straight up over your shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, rotate. Send your hand underneath your wrist. Look over your right shoulder. And then stack your spine up. Extend your arm. Good. Exhale, rotate 2. And inhale, take it up. Exhale, rotate 2. And inhale, take it up. Ditch the weight if it feels like too much. Good. Follow your weight with your gaze. Keep your hips where they are. Rotate through your thoracic spine, rib cage. Good. Let's go for 3. Nice. Here's 2. Really scoop that belly. Send it all the way back up. Last one. Good. And then slowly pull the belly in. Press your palm up. And we come up to our kneeling position. Right? So we walk our knees underneath the hips. Take your weight. Good. Send it nice and long. And then behind the back of your head. So hugging your elbows in. And then circle the weight in front of your face and back around your head. And then reverse that direction. So little halos here. We want to try to keep the weight close to the head. And we want to feel any movement that's happening through the rib cage while we keep the pelvis nice and steady, nice and stable, right? Hug the arms in close. Keep the chin up off the chest. You got it. Good. Couple more rounds here, alternating direction. Nice work. Last round, each direction. Good. And back to center, lengthen your arms. Good, and just find a bicep curl here with your one weight. Pull the belly in. Good, and slow it down. Exhale, curl up for 2, and inhale, lengthen. Curl up for 2, and inhale, lengthen. Good, let's go for 5. No swinging here. 4, slow and control. Dig deep for that resistance. 3, here's 2. So good, so good. Last one. Nice work. We're just gonna pivot toward the opposite end of the mat. Good, and then set the weight behind the right knee, coming into the other side. Hands come underneath the shoulders, walk the knees underneath the hips. Hug your right heel in, tuck your tailbone under slightly, pull your belly in and up. We take it straight up and down. Lift and lower. And I should have said this earlier, but of course, anytime we're in a kneeling position, roll your mat up or find a blanket to place underneath your knees. If you have sensitive knees or kneeling for longer than a minute feels uncomfortable. Keep your back steady and stable. Grip in on that weight, really engage through the hamstrings, and then keep shifting your weight back to center, away from your supporting side. Up and squeeze, return. Good. Let's go for 5. Point through those toes. 4. Exhale, lift, squeeze. 3. Here's 2. Last one, hold it up. Little pokes, up and squeeze for 8. 7, 6. Really grip that weight. Good. Pull the belly in. Exhale, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Here we drop it down, knee to knee. Take it straight up to the side. Return. So try not to rotate open with your knee in your hydrant position. Really grip that weight, point through the toes. Good, hug that weight in super close. Exhale, lift, working the outer hip here. Up and squeeze, return. Let's go for 5. Exhale, lift. 4. Everything else stays stable. For 3 and 2. Last one here, we go ahead and combo. 1 lift, return, 1 lift, return. We take it straight up and down, straight out and in. Good. Go for 5 with this combo. Good. Hips shining straight down to the floor. Press up in between your shoulder blades. You got it. 2 more rounds. Nice work. Last one here. Good. So good, so good. Set your knee down carefully. Go ahead and set your weight off to the corner for a quick second. Drop your left forearm down parallel to the top edge of your mat. And then open up through your hips, stacking your right hip on top of your left. Good. Get sorted here. Option to send your arm, your hand, or your weight over your shoulder as you lift that right leg up. Is lower and lift. Lower and lift. So shoulders down away from the ears. Chin up off the chest. Up and squeeze, return. Up and reach through those toes for 5. Good. Full winch here for 4. 3, 2. Good. Hold it there. Little lift. Up and squeeze. Up and squeeze. You got it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and carefully set your foot down. Go ahead, set your weight down. Come up onto your palm and rotate all the way open. So really stacking shoulders and hips here. You have more height, you're up on your palm. Good, and then send your weight up over your shoulder. Big inhale. Exhale as you rotate under the rib cage. And inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, rotate. And inhale, lift. Good. So really trying to isolate the thoracic spine. My hair flew into my mouth. Twist and lift. All the things that happen during a live class. I know you guys are laughing right along with me. Good. Try to keep your hips right where they are. Rotate through those ribs. Let's go for 3. Take that weight over carefully. Let it be heavy, especially on the way back. Last one here. So good, so good. And then press into that left palm and send yourself straight up to your kneeling position. Good. Let's bring the weight behind the head. One last round of halos here. Tuck the tailbone under slightly, squeeze the glutes, pull the ribs in, circle weight in front of the face and back around the head. And then reverse direction. Good. Take your time. Pull the belly in and circle. Good. Let's go for 4 more here. 4. Keep the rest of the body stable. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Woo! It's a doozy for the shoulders and the core. All right. We're going to come down to a seated position. And we're going to work in our C curve to finish up with a little bit of core work. So the weight is optional. And C curve is safe for pre and postnatal. If you need a little bit of support in your C curve and you have a little mini exercise ball or even a pillow, you can send that to the low back and let that support you under your sacrum, under your tailbone as we work in our C curve. So set your weight aside, keep within reach, bend into your knees, feet planted firmly on the ground. Knees are hips width distance apart. Grab for the backs of your thighs. Inhale, stack your spine, sit up tall. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Good. Tip your pelvis back, scoop your belly in and out. Good, so notice that I'm not super rounded through my upper back. I'm actually extended through my upper back. My spine is long, and I'm curved through my lumbar spine, through my pelvic bowl. So it's almost like tipping a bucket back and then return. Tip a bucket back and return, right? So that's the action we're looking for in our C curve position. Lots of tension here in the abdominal wall. If you're working with your weight, go ahead and grab it. Bring it close to your chest. Hold one head of weight in each hand. Inhale, stack your spine. Exhale, tuck, scoop it out. Come into your C curve. Hold your tension there. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. We're going to reach the weight out over the knees and draw in, elbows wide. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug the weight in, hug the belly in. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Good. So working a little bit of the chest, the shoulders, and the back. We're just holding our abdominal work here. So we're not coming up and back, up and back. We're holding the abdominal contraction here in our C curve. And we're just challenging it by taking this weight away from our center, from our midline, and then back in. Pull belly in, pull the weight in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, shh. Use that breath. Use that breath to get deeper. That's your tool. That's your catalyst for super deep, intrinsic work. Good. Let's go for 3. And 2. Last one. Hold it long. Relax your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the left. Pull in. Reach long. Back to center. Stay to the left. We twist. Draw the weight into the chest. Lengthen and return. Now notice if your knees and your feet are coming with you. Keep everything where it is. Twist through your waist. Hips stay right where they are. We twist. Pull in. Lengthen. Return. You have 3. Twist. Hug it in. Reach and return. Last 2. Good. Always an option to ditch the weight. Last one. Hold here. Little lift and return. Hug the belly in. Good. Exhale and return. Go for 3. No swinging here. For 2. Last one, and back to center, other side. Relax the shoulders down, twist to the right. Pull the weight in toward the chest, lengthen, and return. Good, it's twist. Hug it in, lengthen, return. Keep your feet rooted to the floor. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, twist through your ribs. You've got this. 3. Twist, curl in, lengthen, return. You have 2. Pull, reach, return, last one. Good, and hold it long. Little lift, return. Good, pick your chin up. Drive your shoulders down for 4. You got it. 3, 2. Last one, nice work. Bring it back to center here. Hug your weight in towards your chest and just tug it back, lean back an inch. Tuck it back and back an inch. Try not to come up, just a little lower and a little bit deeper for 5. Good, close your eyes, breathe, exhale 4. And 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it back here, relax, relax. Maybe reach that weight out nice and long. Pick your chin up, breathe, scoop your belly. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and sit it up. Set your weight down. Good. Send your arms forward and roll down to your mat with control. We're going to finish here without the weight. Hug a right knee in. Bring your left hand underneath your knee. Your right hand stacks underneath your left. Float your left leg up to about 45 degrees. Exhale as you lift your chest higher, curling tighter. Inhale, switch your legs. Exhale, hugging. And we switch 8. And we switch 7. Good. And 6. There's 5. Keep the pelvis steady. 4, 3, 2. Last one, lengthen your left leg, keep your right leg long. Exhale as you hug in 2 times. Inhale, switch, and switch. If you want more, take your hands behind your head. Keep your chin up for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bend the left knee, right hand comes underneath, left hand stacks underneath the right. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, switch, exhale. Good, and we hug in and in. Good, we go for 6 and 5. Good, keep the shoulders up if you can. Nice work. Last 2. Last 1. Extend that right leg. Exhale and switch. Good. Option to keep the hands behind the head. You have 4 and 3. Stay with it. 2. Last one. Legs come up over your hips. Send your heels together and your toes apart. Inhale as you lower your legs. Arms come back. Exhale. Legs come up. Palms over the floor. Inhale. Take it back. Exhale. You can bend your knees here if that's easier. You can rest your head, neck, and shoulders down if that feels better on your low back or your neck. Good. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1. Hold your palms low, drop your legs a little lower, and pump your arms just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes, you can. 3, 2, and 1. That's it. It's over. Hug your knees in. Rock side to side. Amazing little core blast at the end. Great work. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Let's hug that right knee in toward the chest, lengthen the left leg nice and long. Open up your right knee to your right shoulder. Find some space there in the left hip. Compress through the right side. Inhale here. Exhale, draw your right hip across your body. Step right hip on top of left. Arms come out to a T. Good for a nice gentle spinal twist. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Good. Carefully lengthen your right leg long, crossing your right ankle on top of your left and bringing your hips back to center. Reach your arms overhead. Grab for your right wrist with your left fingertips. Inhale, get long. Exhale, side bend over to the left. So kind of bump your hip out to the right. Keep your legs long and active. Press firmly through your inner thighs. Reach through your toes. Feel a nice, long, deep side body stretch along the rib cage on the right side. Good. Carefully unwind. Come back to center. Release your arms and hug the left knee in. Give it a nice squeeze to release the hip. Open up the left knee to the left shoulder, lengthening and opening through the right hip, compressing through the left side. Inhale here. Exhale, draw your left hip across your body. Arms come to a deep breath in here for your stretch and twist, for your spine twist. Good. And then as you come back to center, lengthen your left leg, cross left ankle over right, send your arms up overhead, grab for your left wrist. Inhale here. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Feel all the space open up in the left side of the body. Really active through the legs too to deepen the stretch from the hip all the way to the fingertips. Good. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Send your legs long. Flip your palms to face forward. Separate your feet to hips with distance. Anchor through your heels, flex your toes. Inhale, peel your shoulder blades up. Option to grab your thighs if you need to for a roll up. Exhale, slowly roll up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Seated forward fold. Option to bend your knees a little or a lot here. Deep breath in, full breath out. If it's available to you, you can go ahead and cross your arms right over left and reach for the outsides of your ankles. Good. Just getting a deeper stretch of the low back. Inhale, lift slightly to center, release, cross the leg over right and hinge forward. Good, and then inhale back up to center. Find a little space in the center of your mat. Cross your ankles, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in here, reach your arms up. Exhale, draw your hands down in front of your chest. One more deep breath in together. Inhale, reach it up, fill your lungs. Exhale, let it go. Pause here for a moment. Thank your body, thank yourself. Thank you for showing up today and for joining me. I'm so glad you made it to your mat. Hope you feel better. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.